The Superjesus are back on the road, the Lights Out Tour. Sarah McLeod, Stuart Rudd, welcome to noise11.com.
Hey, Paul.
Thanks for having us.
And look, we've captured Sarah right at the moment. She's acting as roadie as well.
Yeah, yes, I know. Just out driving around in my lovely little Mitsubishi, taking care of some errands around town.
Well, here we are, 2023. There's already been a bit of new music this year. Money We're Only In It For Love was earlier in this year. Of course, the new song Lights Out, which is also the name of the current tour that you're on out there. So it's a bit of fun, isn't it, getting out for 2023 and actually playing new music from 2023 in the show.
The new songs are really fun to play, aren't they, Ray? We love them.
It's really good. And you know, with the band and being out, it kind of feels a bit old school, going out, releasing a single, going and doing a tour, then releasing another single, going and doing a tour. That's how we used to do it. And that's kind of how we're rolling now at the minute. So, and it does feel great because it gives everyone an opportunity to sort of digest the music as we go along.
Yeah. So there's been a couple of new songs, like with Lights Out and Money We're Only In It For Love. We had that break in between because of COVID. So just on the other side of COVID, there was The Impossible in 2019. Was that actually leading up to a whole lot of new music that sort of came to a pause, and you've, basically reactivated where you're at from that point to now?
We weren't really planning on doing a record with that song. That was kind of just a wedgie, so to speak. You know, just chuck something out there because it's been a while. Remember us, here's a song. We didn't start thinking about making a record until we started making the record. Right. That song wouldn't fit on our record anyway. It doesn't sound like the songs we have now.
Yeah. Well, Roddy, what about the 2016 new music, Love and Violence? There's been a couple of songs that have made it into this current set list. I know you're performing the title track, Come Back to Me, was played at a recent show. Yeah. So that one seems to fit, quite nicely into what you're doing live in 2023.
These are songs we sort of, every time we go out, we tend to look back through the catalogue and look at songs that may fit together, and we try and get back and play older tracks or deeper tracks that we haven't played in the past. And these songs just feel great. I think Sarah came up and sort of said, "Hey, listen, I've been listening to this song. We've got to put it back in the set list, So, and once we started playing, it's like, hey, yeah, it feels great, and it just fits with the rest of the music. So, yeah, we're always sort of looking at the set lists and things like that.
It's quite a legacy when you look at the set list and how far you go back, because, I know some acts that, as they get new stuff, they drop the old stuff and, it's never heard of again. But you'll go right back to the 8-Step Rain EP. And, Sarah, you might like to talk us through on this one. When you're playing a song like I'm Stained or Shut My Eyes, that is, that's going back nearly 30 years now for this band.
Yeah, but I feel like those songs are just kind of like our limbs. Like we can't really go anywhere without them. Like love them or hate them, they're our limbs. That's just what we look like. So yeah. I feel like if we did a show without playing those songs, it would be weird.
Ruddy, where are you at with a new album? I mean, it's a very condensed history with the band, 3 albums over a short period of time. And, if we talk in time now back to the last album, we're talking 20 years. So, are the 8 songs that have happened since the EP of 2016, the new song in 2019, the 2 new songs of 2023, are we building up to what could possibly be a 4th Superjesus album?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're sort of enjoying the process, and I think tapping into it has been fantastic for us, and the music's feeling really good, and the band is sounding great. So we kind of, you can't help but feel inspired by those sorts of things, and it's definitely an organic thing. I mean, Sarah and myself being sort of around for a bit now, and the DNA of the band and sort of sound, and you get to know each other and what sort of sounds great. So I definitely think there's a push in us to get this album done. And the songs we have recorded at the minute sound fantastic.
You know how I said The Impossible was a wedgie because it didn't sound like our other songs. Like it was written with our original guitar player, and it had a very sort of sumo kind of sound to it. Whereas all the new stuff that we're doing, Ruddy and I are writing together now, and we found this kind of new sound that we've been looking for, you know. And yeah. And it's really fun because like he and I have been together in this band for so long, and we've written here and there, but it's only like after all these years that we have come together as songwriting partners. And he's become my greatest songwriting partner of all of the songwriters that I've had all the way along. And I'm not just saying that because you're on the Zoom. The songs that we're writing now, they're really, not only do I love them as songs, but they're really pleasurable to compose because they almost write themselves. When Ruddy and I start writing together, it feels really easy. And I don't hear the labor in them like I used to with our old songs. I hear so much labor in when I listen to our old stuff. You know, like all the feelings come back of how difficult it all was, and the ease with which we're creating now feels really like I love it. You know, it makes him want to write more songs, and I feel like we sort of deserve that after 20 years of painful, difficult songwriting to finally have earned this great songwriting dynamic. We don't even fight. You know, like usually there has to be pain to make the songs. Like we're not fighting. We're having a great time, and you can hear it in the music. Yeah.
When you do write together, is it literally both of you in the same room together, or do you do it electronically and sort of email between each other and send files? How does it work?
The magic power of the internet.
Yeah, the super email machine. Yeah, we tend to we're lucky enough to sort of have technology on our side today where we can sort of be apart and still have quite a tight working relationship. So it works for us, and it's really good, and we haven't had any issue with it. So that's how we're doing it at the minute.
Yeah.
And we're both a bit sort of tech daft, but we're managing to pull it off.
Yes, I definitely am.
Yeah. He still calls it the super exciting email machine.
Yeah. Sarah, you're talking about this dynamic between the two of you, and when I go to a Sarah McLeod show solo, it is a different sound to a Superjesus show. When you and Ruddy come together on stage, there is a sound to it. Is it that obvious to you as well?
Yeah, that's why I think it's funny that it's the band has always had a certain sound. It doesn't really matter who's writing the songs. The band always sounds. Once we all start playing it, it sounds like the band. It sort of astounds me that the new songwriting partnership I have with Ruddy, it baffles me a little bit, like why we didn't do it before and how suddenly we can just do it and it sounds like everything we've been looking for our whole lives. Like, I'm still living in this like wonderment of how that happened and why we didn't do it before, and the way that it just sounds like the band. Like, oh, there you go, that's the sound. I don't know. I think it's our tastes put together. I think it's the way we play as well. The way Ruddy plays,
definitely.
Bass and guitar is a very distinct. He's got a very distinct feel, and I guess when I start singing on it as well, it just sounds like the band.
Yeah, Ruddy, have you just discussed great songwriting partners with Sarah? Such as a Jagger and Richards, and do you look at what they do and try and apply it to what you're doing now?
No, not really. I mean, we appreciate them, but I certainly don't look to that sort of thing. But just to add to what Sarah's saying, it is amazing, and it does feel great. And I think that's you tap into that, and once you do, it's just a good feeling. And that's what I was saying about before. Like, it feels organic and it feels real, and it's from a good place. So yeah, it feels good.
Yeah,
it's exciting. Like, we get excited about it. Like when we finish something, we're like, oh my god, I think this one's really good. Oh my god, like, and we get giggly and oh, buddy.
Totally.
I look forward to some giggly videos going up on social media then. That would be really delightful. A Superjesus show isn't just Superjesus songs. I notice a Billy Idol song, Dancing With Myself, has been popping up.
Yeah.
How cool is it? That was Ruddy's idea.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
yeah, it was. I mean, we sort of haven't. We've played covers along the way, here and there, and I think back in 2000s it was Hanging on the Telephone from Blondie. So it's nothing new, but we've just started to do a lot more. And yeah, we were both looking for a song, and McLeod starts sending song after song after song after song, and I'm like, yep, putting a few back in the hat, and we sort of came across a Billy Idol, and I went, oh, what about that one? Now Sarah had looked at Billy Idol and thought, what about Billy Idol? So this is the sort of thing you get when you're in a band with somebody for so long. You're both thinking on the same track. Yeah, and it just so happened to be that song, Dance with Myself.
It was funny because I was on like Spotify and I was like grabbing songs and flicking them to Ruddy. You should see our text messages, like there's just these songs going back and forth and back and forth. And then I was sitting there looking at the Billy Idol page thinking, a Billy Idol song would be good. But Dancing with Myself wasn't on the list. And I was like, no, but I don't like any of these songs. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And then out of nowhere, Ruddy texts me and he goes, what about Billy Idol, Dancing with Myself? And I was like, that's the one. Done.
There
Great.
you go.
Moving on. Yeah. Bam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next.
And it's really fun. And we reworked it.
Yeah.
Like we decided to not listen to it, just to go into the rehearsal room and try and play it from memory. And then when we couldn't remember how it went, we started rewriting it.
Yeah, nothing like a good masturbation song to play last in the set to send the audience home to.
There you go.
Yeah, we want to give them a present, leave them on a good note.
Yeah, because I loved your version of Kylie Minogue Confide in Me all those years ago as well.
Yeah, me too. That was fun. I'm really enjoying playing this one live because I don't have to play guitar in it. And so there's 2 songs in the set now where I don't have to play guitar. And it's like so fun. It's the most exciting thing ever. I love it. I hate playing guitar. It's great. I put it down. I'm like, oh, right. I'd rather play guitar in a band where I don't sing or sing in a band where I don't play guitar. Doing all this, I'm sick of doing it all at the same time, but that's another discussion for another album later.
Yes. You can see my friend has come back to join me here.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Is it Winston?
Winston.
Yes, hello, Winston.
He's got me. The Lights Out
He's
tour
cute.
taking you on the road for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's a pretty big tour. We're pretty much going everywhere, aren't we, Ruddy? It goes till like December.
Yeah. I mean, we've never been sort of shy of. We enjoy getting out to some of the sort of country towns, or perhaps towns that are a bit out of the way. So we've really made an effort to sort of get out to Wagga Wagga and Bathurst and Bendigo, Ballarat, these sorts of towns, because, you know, I mean, let's be honest, we cut our teeth out in these sorts of towns, and it's great to go back and revisit. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's why it's taken so long.
2024, what are the plans?
Oh, well, we're going to put that record out. And we were talking the other day. Yeah, we're putting out the full-length album. And we're talking the other day about maybe doing a tour. I think I was talking to you, Ruddy. Oh, God knows who I was talking to, but someone was agreeing with me. It may have been you. I know.
Yeah, probably.
We're talking about doing a tour where we play the whole new album and then doing an encore of like your greatest hits. Was I talking to you about that, Ruddy?
No.
Is this news to you?
Yes, it's news to me. Yeah, but
News to me too, Sarah.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it was Scott. But anyway, that's what I'd like to do, but we haven't talked about that yet. So
We have now.
But definitely I'm focusing on the new record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, good to see you both, and thank you for joining us here at Noise 11.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul, and thank you,
Yeah,
Winston.
thank you.